Thank you, Father. It is one of Neville Goddard's favorite phrases, and today I'm in a very much so thank you, Father state. It is my 200th video today on YouTube. And I know that at this time I still have a small YouTube channel according to YouTube standards. But in actuality, I'm still humbled. I'm in awe. I am beyond thrilled. I didn't think I'd have any subscribers when I started on YouTube. I truly did it to be able to help my clients when I wasn't around because they kept saying, do a video, put it on YouTube, do a video. And I kept rejecting doing a video. So when you are rejecting things, they don't manifest. And how do we reject things? Well, we do it on a daily basis, guys. We do it on a daily basis. We sit out here and we wait for things to show up. We wonder how it's going to show up, when it's going to show up. We get frustrated and angry, and we don't know exactly what tomorrow is going to bring. So we want it right now. Well, sometimes right now is tomorrow. This is Susie, your beautiful millionaire swan queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful duckling. Subscribe, smash the like button, share my videos. I would really, truly appreciate it. Also remember that I've opened up my paid group, so if you're still interested in joining, you can email me in the link below, or you can join my Facebook group and also send me a DM, and I will be able to get you in there. It's $33 a month. I also still do one-on-one coaching, video, audio, text, as well as emails. So if it's something you're interested in and I can help you with, shoot me a message. I'd love to help change your life drastically for the better. So thank you, Father. Neville loves to say thank you, Father. And gratitude seems to be my theme of the day because I am so grateful for the friends that I've made, for the family that I have, and the success that I have on YouTube as well as a life coach. I have an amazing success rate of 99.6% when it comes to helping people get with the love of their life, 100% on everything else. And that's pretty awesome. It is something that I strive to keep, not for me, but because that means what I'm teaching you is amazing. So when we are grateful for the things that are going on in our life, we get more things that are good. And that's why I teach focus forward, because when we are focusing forward, we are focusing on the good things that are coming into our life. We are focused on the good things that are now happening in our lives. We are focusing on all the amazing things that are going on that we don't even realize how grateful we are, even though we're not saying the words, thank you, Father. You don't always have to say, thank you, Father, to get the things that you want. I love this. I want more of this. This is amazing. My life is awesome. Everything is working out to my advantage. Life is fantastic. My specific person is showing up in the way I want them to. I couldn't ask for a better life. Those are all ways of saying, thank you, Father. It's words matter so much in our reality, but it's the words that we don't say, but we have the meaning behind them. So when I tell you I appreciate you sharing my videos, subscribing and liking, I'm saying thank you. If I am talking about a success story, I am thanking my minions for helping create that success story. When I am going about my day and I'm like, I really love that song, and then Apple Music plays it multiple more times during that spin on my iPad, it's amazing. When I say thank you to my daughter, it's I love you, you're amazing. It's not always thank you, but it's the feeling of gratitude for what we have received, what is coming, and what is about to come into our reality. So if you want to use thank you and gratitude to manifest, it's not just those two little words. It's all the words that you say throughout the day. You can't say, thank you, Father, my specific person is showing up in the way that I want, and then spend the rest of the day complaining that he's an idiot or he's a douchebag or he's driving you crazy. I don't know how many people say it. My specific person is driving me crazy because they're not showing up in the way they want. But if you're saying, my love is always showing up in the way I want, it's the most amazing feeling in the world. My love is always doing nice things for me. I'm spoiled. Again, you're using gratitude because you're putting it out there that it's an amazing feeling. It's a thought pattern that you're building on. So the more you can build on your words to focus forward, that is what you're creating. And if you're stuck and you are having resistance, it is because things are coming up that need to disappear in order for you to get your manifestation. So growing up in Chicago, cement shoes is always the joke, and we're going to drop it in Lake Michigan. And I always say you want to drop the bad thoughts into Lake Michigan. You want to drop it in the middle of Lake Michigan in concrete shoes, and you want to let it go. Well, have it guarded by a set of sharks. Lake Michigan now has sharks. Yeah, there's freshwater sharks, guys. When Jimmy Buffett sang Fins, it was the land sharks he said we had to worry about, but I never thought there would be actual sharks in Lake Michigan. But okay, there is. So we're going to use my fun upbringing of being a Chicago girl, and we're going to drop it in the lake, and we are going to forget about it. Legit forget about it. Because when you get into that relationship, you can't talk about it anyways. You can't bring it up. So I remember that you were a douchebag on September 1st of 2015 to me, and you said that you didn't want to be in a fully committed relationship with me. Well, it's 5 years later, and you are still bringing it up. You're rejecting your relationship. Your doubts are your rejections. Your resistance is your reason for rejecting your relationship. So sit with your thought for a second. And I'm going to teach you how I clear my thought. What I do is I sit with a thought. So if I'm thinking about my specific person, so I'm thinking about Jared, and I'm thinking he's not here, he's not acting the way I want, and I'm not very grateful that he's being an idiot. But he's my idiot, so I can call him an idiot. This is kind of our thought pattern. So why do I think he's an idiot? And then, well, he's not texting me. Well, why do you need a text message? Because I need the attention. What does the attention give you? Love. What does love give you? It shows me that he loves me. Well, why do you need to see physically that he loves you? Because I don't have the feeling. If you don't have the feeling he loves you, what do you need to give you the feeling that you are loved? And you keep taking it to one word, and you question that one word. Because if you're not feeling loved by your specific person, them showing up, as soon as they disappear, you're not going to feel loved again. So you're going to constantly think you need to manifest. And that's why you're having resistance, because you are constantly having to do something in order to get something. Where if you sit with that and you just keep picking that word apart, it's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy. I pick on my daughter's husband, Josh, a lot because his schedule and mine sometimes coincide, and I help with the 4-year-old, and he does a lot of things for me. He's amazing. I will pick on him and I'll be like, I know it's a word. I know it's a word, but I don't know what the word is yet. And I don't know what the word means. And I'm trying to block me from getting this. And I know I'm rattling and driving you nuts. But as soon as I find out that word, we're done. And it always happens with every one of my clients when I start the questions. And I judge by the tone of your voice, the feeling that I can see in your face as to where I'm having to connect the dots. So being with Jared and the fact that I've been ignored, I have not gotten attention, means that he's not showing me love. And showing me love is attention. So if I'm getting attention from him, I know he loves me. Good attention or bad. That's the catch. Good or bad. It doesn't matter as long as it's attention. Well, if you think that being in a relationship is miserable, then you're going to create more bad attention because your definition of a happy relationship is actually a miserable relationship. So you're creating the chaos because this one word that is blocking you from your blessing is a meaning, and it's a word you don't even use. I was talking to somebody last night and we were going through, and her word is free. She doesn't even use the word in her vocabulary, but she doesn't feel free. So everything is resistance because she doesn't want to do this, because if she does this, then she doesn't have freedom. She can't do this because then she wouldn't have freedom. She literally moved across the world, halfway across the world, because she was chasing freedom. So you can change zip codes, but you still are going to be stuck if you don't have that feeling of freedom. So that word, freedom, is tied to being in a relationship. And that word freedom is tied to her money. And that word freedom is tied to the way she dates people because she has to pay for her own meal. That word freedom is across the board in everything in her reality. So if you are doing it for your specific person and you're not getting any luck, pick up your money and start plugging in the words for your money. If you are wanting to sell a house, if you are wanting to buy a house, if you are wanting to get a specific job, why do you want this job? One word. Answer that. Then from that, what does that mean to you? And just keep asking and going through until you get the answer. So again, for me to feel loved by Jared, I need attention. Attention equals love. So how can I get good attention without having all of the negativity that's causing the drama in my life? By letting go of the struggle. And what is the struggle? It is being miserable. It all boils down to the same thing. I used the word struggle a lot, but struggle actually meant I'm miserable. My life is miserable. I hate my life. It's not going well. Things aren't working out. As soon as I realized struggle meant that I was miserable, I lost the word. My money changed. My relationships changed. And then when I came in and I realized that no matter what I do or say, I don't have to clear that block because I can say, you know what? I might feel blocked, but that's okay because eventually it's going to leave and I'm still going to get what I want. Or I'm blocked and it's okay because I'm spoiled and I always get what I want. You don't have to clean it up. But if you want to clean it up, you got to go dumpster diving. And I don't call it shadow work. I don't call it energy work. I don't call it blocks. I call it dumpster diving because we have to go into our thoughts and figure out what we are doing that is causing us to reject whatever we want. Because that's what we're doing. And if you think you're not rejecting it, you're wrong. You are rejecting it because anytime something's not showing up in your reality, you don't want it for a reason. The puppy, I don't know. I mean, actually, I do know why I don't want the puppy. I don't want the mess. Housebreaking, it's going to be a fun adventure. Oh my gosh, it's going to tinkle on my rug. I'm a neat freak, and not having a dog is absolutely amazing because I don't have the mess. I don't have hair on my furniture or my clothes. But I want the companionship that the puppy offers me. I want the companionship that the dog brings into my life. I have to get my butt out of the house and go for a walk because the dog needs to be walked excuse. There's a lot of reasons I want it, but the reason I'm rejecting it is because I know that as much as our fur babies are amazing, they can be very messy, just like children. Think about it. There's a reason we're rejecting everything in our reality. The car, because we don't want the car payments. The house, we don't know how we're going to afford it. So when you think about your car and your house payment and you're like, how am I going to afford it? What does affording it mean to you? means making the payment. Well, what about the payment is your issue? Not knowing how it's going to show up. You're just going to have to keep questioning it. And the more you question it, you can clear that block. Yes, you can move states and they automatically disappear. For some people, it's that easy. But for others, it's not. And that's why Neville says you have to persist in the assumption until it hardens into fact. Because if you're not persisting in that assumption until it hardens into fact, you're not going to get your manifestation. But once you clear the block, that's when that, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't, feeling comes from. It's because you know it's done and it's yours, but you still need to persist in your mental diet to be able to get it. Because you can clear the block, but then if you're still in your bubble rejecting them, their bubble is still not showing up. Just because you clear a block doesn't guarantee you're going to get your manifestation. So being grateful, cleaning up your mental diet, focusing forward, it's something you're going to do for the rest of your life. Just don't make it a chore. Make it fun and adventurous, and know that everything works out to your advantage as long as you're saying that. I love you guys. Have an absolutely positively amazing day. And as always, tell me how what I'm sharing with you is drastically changing your life for the better.